everybody, this is Troy from Option Omega, and I'm over here today just enjoying the summer day by the yacht club. We got some yachts. I don't own a yacht. I'm not a yacht guy. Today's video is talking about yacht guys. It's talking about bulls. It's talking about BTFDers, hodls, apes, moonrisers, moonwalkers. We're talking about bulls today. We're talking about people that, in the midst of a historic downturn in the market, say things like, this is a historic opportunity. We're talking about people who are going for the yachts. Stay tuned. Let's look at a trade that's a bullish trade in the midst of a historic downturn.
So the bullish trade we're going to be looking at is a broken wing butterfly put on every Monday. Let's dig into this real quick and see what we're talking about. So this is from January 1st to August 11th of this year. And what it is every Monday we're going to put a broken wing butterfly on. What is a broken wing butterfly? Well, it's where the long strikes of a butterfly are not symmetric. They're different strikes. So every Monday, we're going to sell 2 45 delta calls 2 days out. We're going to buy a call 5 points above it, and we're going to buy a call 10 points below it. And what does that do? Well, basically, that means that the trade itself can profit if it goes up. You can't lose money going up at all. And it will be max profit if it stays still. If it stays right there at the money, you'll be in the max profit tent of the butterfly. So it's a totally bullish play. You are putting it on Mondays in the hopes that it goes up or the market just doesn't go down. Either way, you win. The risk, because it's asymmetric, is only to the downside. And you're going to put this on in the tester every Monday at 12 p.m. And you're going to use the exact DTE, which is 2 days out. So it would be putting it on every Monday for the Wednesday expiration. And the only exit condition is we're going to exit at a 50% profit target. So if we pay $3 for this, we are going to exit if we can buy it back for $1.50 or something like that. Otherwise, we just hold it because, again, we're bulls in this situation. We don't think the market's going to go down in the next 2 days. And that's what we're doing every Monday, just putting this on. Again, this is for bulls. So we also add some miscellaneous stuff, some different slippage fees and closing fees and opening fees, just to try to make the test more realistic. We're also going to require 2 hits at the profit target. So if it's bouncing around, we don't want to test those. We want to only test if we actually think that we could get a realistic fill. And so this is using 1 contract max, meaning that we're only going to test this using 1 contract through time. Independent of our starting capital or anything like that, we're only going to ever buy 1 of these at a time. So let's look at that. Your max drawdown in this case is 3.6%, and you win 77.8%. And using 1 contract, it's a pretty good CAGR. And you are in the trade for about a day and a half. You have 27 trades, and 21 of them are winners. And you can kind of see, just because this is just a totally bullish trade, how it works. But the interesting thing is that through time, even in the midst of like a pretty bad dip the first couple months, Monday to Wednesday seem to be pretty bullish. Now, why is that? Well, who knows ultimately? These things are guessing games. But one theory people often hold is that because VIX expirations are on Wednesday, the market has a tendency historically to stay afloat the first couple of days of the week. Again, is that provable? I don't know how provable it is, but that's what testing's for. So this is using 1 contract, and let's just look at some of the losers. The first one was the first trade you did in January when we were at all-time highs, if you remember that, eons ago in January. And we had a pretty big dip within 2 days, and so it just expired worthless. Because again, in a broken wing butterfly like this, a bullish one, We can't lose money if it stays still, and we can't lose money if it goes up. We can only lose money if it goes down. It's a bullish trade. Then what's interesting is we still continue to dip down, but we actually had a pretty good win streak in this test. And so as you go down, we had a couple losers throughout it. Here lately, it's interesting, we've had the most losers have been in the last last couple of months. But as you can see, as it's going to go up, if the market's going to rally all the rest of the year, this seems like it'd be a pretty good idea to put on if you're a bull. Let's look at a little bit more realistic than just putting one contract on. Let's do allocation. So this is the exact same trade, the exact same test, everything's the same. The only difference is we're not going to cap it at one contract. What we're going to do is use our allocation. So we're starting with $10,000 capital in this test, and each trade we're going to allocate 25% of our portfolio. Is that smart? Probably not, but this is for testing purposes. And everything else is the same. It's only just using contract sizing. So what you will notice is that your CAGR is a lot bigger and your max drawdown is a lot bigger. And your P&L is bigger over time. So how does this work? Same exact situation. Your first trade's a loser, but you had put, you had bought 14 of them. You had 7 on the long and then 14 shorts on this. And what's happening, Option Omega, if you use allocation, is going through time and buying contracts based on your allocation. So if this is a good trade, your account's going to grow, and so your winners are going to be bigger, but your losers are going to be bigger also. So remember, if you look through this, first couple winners, 1,200, 1,500, 1,700. As you go down, your contract's growing, it's a good trade, you're starting to win more over time. This is it. This is just a simple idea to think through. If you're a bull and you want to put on, a trade that has a pretty high win percentage for the year in the midst of a downturn, it might be something you can consider. You can play around with this stuff in Option Omega. If there's a parameter you want to change or something like that, the beauty of this type of testing environment is you can go hog wild. You can really test how you want to trade and adapt it to your style of trade. Maybe you don't want to put it on at 12 p.m. Maybe you want to see if it was 9:30 or 9:32 or something like that, first thing in the morning. Or you want to put it on the last of the day, Monday. You can test everything, and you could test different days as well, obviously. But the premise of this is that there might be some gold in these hills if you can test and find some pockets within a downturn where a bullish trade was still profitable. Go hog wild. You can sign up at optionomega.com and test it out. And I hope you guys have a great day. Thanks.